I just watched this documentary, Client 9, The Rise and Fall of Elliot Spitzer. Pretty interesting documentary. Um, is It's really, really odd that this guy was going after Wall Street. And there's a whole pile of Wall Street guys that are in commenting on how they were planning to basically get rid of them. Um, I'm really surprised at how many criminals are on jail and free to talk on documentaries. And the criminals are calling this guy a psychopath and crazy. And it's like they're not looking at their own freaking actions. it's I don't know. I find really, really odd that these and the true psychopaths, which are Wall Street, who thinks anybody that wants to stop them is a psychopath, which is like friggin' really insane game there. But they actually use the words that if they weren't stopped, then the global collapse wouldn't have happened. How the hell did they figure that it wouldn't have collapsed? Like, do they not know how to add? Do they not know math? And yet they're on Wall Street owning banks. It's just a really, really interesting story. Really, really love this guy. Spitzer. Didn't really know too much. I don't watch the news, so any of the news media of whatever was going on, I'm not really paying too much attention to it. Although I knew that everything's collapsing, it was just a matter of time. A lot of people think that somehow we'll be able to pull ourselves out of this using the same system that we have. And it's, again, do some of these educated people not know math? Everybody's bankrupt. There's no getting out of that one. You cannot pay this debt back, especially borrowing money, getting in more debt to pay debt out. Either I am totally the one that's insane, or these people that are running the country, these politicians, these senators, they really need psychiatric help. But then the psychiatric world needs psychiatric help. It's like, at what end do we solve this mental health issue when the ones leading the country are so friggin' sick? Anyways, the banksters and politicians and everybody that was really, really corrupt really wanted to see this guy come down. So they had a lot of private investigators found out he was seeing a prostitute. Like, that just was not planned. They wanted to take him down. They all say they wanted to take him down. They're all saying it in the documentary that they wanted to take him down. Oh, but we're not responsible for taking him down. And what planet does that make any sense? But one of the biggest things that I wanted to point out is the home. I think it's like the governor's home. I should have replayed that, but I'm pretty sure they said it was the governor's home. And they, which, he's governor, so it's the home he had to live in. And there were evil dragons and I mean, he even stated that it was a really eerie place, that even the staircases, I mean, there's only like a split second of information about that house. But if you're following along any of this holodynamics books, and you do see that we are influenced by another force that is in hyperspace, which I believe is you're influenced by, like a spirit. They're good and they're evil type of spirits, but It just seems like that, you know, evil is in our politics because of the buildings. You know, these statues. It's no different than a song. A song can influence you. A picture, a painting can influence you. A statue will definitely influence you. I'd like to know when this guy started getting into leading a prostitute as soon as he got in that building, and could he have been maybe under the influence of maybe some evil forces that intentionally built that building so that anybody that did try to do any good in our politics would never had a fighting chance, just simply because of the heavy negative influences in that building. A lot of them can control your dreams. Your dreams can, you know, control the way your day is. Yeah, you know, the one thing that makes this guy stand up is that he's admitting that he did something wrong, and he doesn't even look at anybody took him down. He owns his mistake, which, in my mind, I would trust this guy with my life. I mean, if everybody in the States is looking for a good politician, this guy would be one of them. And yet, the media and so much of the bad guys are trying to knock this guy down just because he's one of the good guys. And I ain't seeing too many good guys. I mean, even Ron Paul I kind of question. And a lot of people would probably bite my head off for saying something like that, but there are some warning signs about Ron Paul that, you know, he talks a good talk, but I'm not seeing him actually fight the good fight. But this Spitzer guy, he's definitely admitting that he did something wrong. He's owning his mistakes, and he's really, really smart and sees where things are definitely wrong. And, you know, so it's like, if you want to save your country, I'd be phoning that guy up and supporting him as much as you can. If you started something online, it's like you do need a good leader, and this guy is one of the best leaders, and he is definitely going to have a lot of enemies, because there's a lot of criminals out there that don't want to be stopped, and they are, you know, medically totally friggin' insane. These are murderers, killers. Bill Clinton is one damn good example of, you know, a mass murderer. And yet that guy had sex and he's a hero. Something really wrong with us, we the people. Even though I'm Canadian, this is a global picture. What happens in the States definitely affects Canada. It affects the rest of the world. So anything that happens in the States is kind of all of our business. Even though it's not really our business. I can't control who you guys elect. All I can do is maybe influence my opinion that, hey, looking from the outside, I'd be phoning that guy up and start giving him some support, because it does sound like he wants to get in. I'll put a link below to the documentary. You guys check it out. It's pretty long, pretty interesting. I really enjoyed it. Peace out.